In this video, I'm going to reveal Neville Goddard's most shocking way to manifest a specific person. This technique is crazy, but it works. It might even be better than the other techniques that I've shared before. Now in this episode, we're going to deep dive into one of the craziest techniques he has ever shared. But let me tell you, from personal experience, this technique can help you reach your desired outcome quicker than any other method. Crazy, maybe even insane. So, I guess we need to know what this technique is. Well, Neville Goddard taught that thoughts are things, and they have power. How can I pretend when I haven't seen them in years? Well, that is where it gets really interesting. Neville taught that you can use your imagination to create your reality. So, you don't need the physical evidence to be present. All you need is your imagination. Well, that depends on you. Some people manifest their desires in a few days, while others take a few weeks. Take some time each day to sit quietly and visualize your desire. I've manifested many desires in my life using this technique, and each time it gets easier and faster. And the more you practice this technique, the better you will become at it. So, I encourage you to try it. Give it a chance and see what happens. You have nothing to lose and everything to gain. This technique works, and it can work for you too. I hope you learned something new, and I hope you will use this technique to manifest your desires. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments below. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. But you need to be careful when using this technique. You need to make sure you really want to manifest the person you're manifesting. Don't use this technique just for fun. Don't use it to manifest someone you don't really want. Be careful when using this technique. Imagine that it is already yours. See yourself with the person you desire, feel their presence around you. Sarah was a woman who had recently gone through a bad breakup. She was feeling down and didn't think she would ever find love again. But then she heard Neville Goddard's teachings and decided to give them a try. She wanted to manifest her ex-boyfriend back into her life. So she started practicing the law of assumption and pretending that her ex was already back in her life. She visualized their happy moments together and felt their love for each other. She did this every day, and eventually her ex started appearing in her life again. At first he was just a friend, but soon they started dating again. Sarah was so happy that she had manifested her desire. She knew that Neville Goddard's teachings were true and that thoughts are things. Feel the happiness and love you share together. Do this exercise every day and watch what happens. John was a man who had been struggling to find a job. He had been looking for months without any luck. But then he heard Neville Goddard's teachings and decided to give them a try. He wanted to manifest a new job. So, he started practicing the law of assumption and pretending that he already had a new job. He visualized himself working at a great company and earning a good salary. He did this every day and eventually got a call from a company offering him a job. John was so happy that he had manifested his desire. He knew that Neville Goddard's teachings were true and that thoughts are things. It all depends on your belief and how well you can pretend that your desire is already yours. So, how do you know when your desire has been manifested? Well, you'll just know. You'll feel it in your heart. You'll know that your desire is now your reality. Using your imagination, you can see the person, hear them talking to you, feel their presence next to you, and even smell their perfume or cologne. You can pretend that they are truly yours. This is the only thing you need to do. Just pretend. Assume that they are yours. Feel their presence around you. Live in that reality. And in his teachings, he said that you can use your imagination and pretend that the desire you have already happened. He called it the law of assumption. They think it won't work. They need more complicated techniques. They need rituals and spells. But sometimes, the simplest approach is the best one. You don't need to cast any spells. You don't need to say any incantations. You don't need to do anything else. You just need to pretend. And that is all you need to do. And many people practice this law to manifest their desires. This technique can be very powerful. If you use it correctly, you can manifest your desire very quickly. But if you don't use it correctly, it can backfire. You see, the law of attraction is always working. Whether you believe in it or not, it is always there. It doesn't matter if you think it's real or not. It's real. It will bring you whatever you think about. So if you start using this technique and you are not careful, you may manifest something you don't want. You may manifest someone you don't really want to be with. That's why it's important to be careful when using this technique. Make sure you really want to manifest the person you're manifesting. sure you're ready for them to come into your life. Because once you start using this technique, they could arrive soon, and you might not be prepared for them. The law of assumption states that when you assume something to be true, your mind accepts it as reality. In other words, when you truly believe something is real, even though it isn't physically apparent, it becomes your reality and manifests in your life. And don't forget, if you want to learn more about Neville Goddard or manifestation, we have plenty of videos available. You can check out our channel after this video. Let's begin. This technique is so simple, yet not many people talk about it. So I think there's a reason for that. We're going to get into that later, but I want to share it because it just blows my mind how powerful this technique is. And if you are someone who wants to manifest a specific person, then you'll love this episode. Hey everyone, back again with another video on Neville Goddard's teachings. So in this video, we will discuss all the details about this technique. First, we need to understand why this technique is so crazy. This is where the craziness comes in. Neville taught that you can assume your desire to be true by pretending that it is. For example, if you wanted to manifest a specific person, you can pretend that they are already yours and behave as if they were. But why would that work? What makes it so effective? Well, your thoughts control your reality. When you think positive thoughts, good things happen. When you think negative thoughts, bad things happen. If you want to attract positive things into your life, you must think positive thoughts. If you want to manifest a specific person, you must think thoughts that will bring them closer to you. Pretending that your desire is already yours is the perfect way to do that. Now, I know what you're thinking. How can I pretend when the person isn't here or in my life? It is so simple that many people don't take it seriously. Now, I want to give you a little warning. You might be thinking, how long does this process take? Here is an exercise you can do to help you focus your thoughts on your desire. I've used this technique many times, and it has never failed me. Now, I want to share with you a story of someone who used this technique and successfully manifested their desire. This is another story of someone who used this technique and successfully manifested their desire. These are just two stories of many people who have used this technique and successfully manifested their desires. I've seen it happen over and over again. So, I hope you enjoyed this video.